gentlemen, it is great to see all of you. I mean, the last time I saw you guys was in Toronto, the Much Music Video Awards. It was probably one of the last ones. And I remember you guys being there. It was so good to see you guys part of, the music scene here because if anything, 98 Degrees, massive, massive fan base here in Canada. How does it feel, you guys coming back with some new music, man? And we're all excited about this.
Well, we're excited to have new music to bring out. And you said it, man. Canada has been, I mean, it was honestly the first place that we broke as a group. So Canada's always meant the world to us, and we're thrilled to be able to bring some new music back to our Canadian fans. The new album, Full Circle's coming out in May. New single, Got You, is out right now on all the streaming platforms. And so this album consists of five new original songs, five re-records of our classic, biggest hits, and just great to be back. Great to be back with some new stuff and to have some new music to give to our fans who've been so supportive, for us for so many years.
Drew, I got to ask you, man, what was it like for you guys back in the day? I mean, I know you guys were labeled as boy bands, but to me, you guys were probably one of the last real singing groups that, you could take the instruments away, you guys could sing perfectly and you dance. I mean, yeah, again, they had the label as boy bands, but man, you could go back to Spinners, Temptations, Boys to Men. I mean, you guys to me followed in that legacy.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of what we kind of prided ourselves on and modeled ourselves after were groups like that at the drop of a hat could just sing a cappella, could do whatever at any time. So for you to say that, that's fantastic. That's a huge compliment. I mean, for us, we took a lot of pride in our vocal sound and our harmonies together, and that really became our signature. These lush choruses with these great big stacked beautiful harmonies, and that's a big part of what this new album has too. And I think that's why Got You, the new single, was such a no-brainer for us to lead with, is because it has that same kind of vocal quality. The harmonies were great, the melody was there, and a really beautiful melody. So for us, it was like, this is the song we're going to come back with. This is our newest release, and everything else on the record just kind of builds off of that sound.
Jeff, what would you say before this single, of course, album? What if there was one signature song from 98 Degrees? What would it be? Because the thing I always loved about you guys, and something we don't get enough of, it was always about romance. It was about, love, heartbreak, relationships, making babies. We don't get enough of that now. If there was one signature song, what would it be and why?
Well, look, I think in retro, now the biggest one that kind of transcends everything is I Do. It's a perennial wedding song. Everybody all over the planet knows that song. They know the words no matter what language they speak. So I think that that's probably the stamp, the main sort of song that people associate with 98 Degrees. But I think the song that broke us and put us into the forefront was Because of You. And we had Invisible Man, which we all loved. I mean, we thought that was our jam, and it sort of kind of got people acclimated with who 98 Degrees was. But Because of You, sort of that ejected us with that music video on top of the Golden Gate Bridge into the stratosphere. So it's hard to pick one. And then the hardest thing was probably the most prolific song at radio that we had for a while. So it's really hard to choose one, but I think I Do is probably the one that stands the test of time.
Drew, I want to jump back to you. Do you remember, and this like really cemented you guys in the legacy, and correct me if I'm wrong, did you guys perform so like a celebration for Michael Jackson?
Yeah, we were there. We got to do a song. We got to do "Man in the Mirror" with Luther Vandross and Usher. And for us, that was one of the pinnacles of our career. I mean, you're there at Madison Square Garden. You're got this legend on this side and a legend in the making on this side, and Usher, and then you're staring out into the audience at Michael and Elizabeth Taylor and any person that you could possibly imagine was there. So for us, it was just kind of like one of those like, somebody please pinch me. This cannot be real. But I will say, when you're singing a song with Luther, there was a lot of pressure. You do not want to mess up. Still arguably one of the greatest singers that has ever lived. So it was a great honor. Yeah.
Nick, I want to get to you now, man, because this whole thing is about today, new music. So I want to go back to, let's make this official because there is a new single out. What is the name of the new single? What is it about, and how does it represent you guys today?
Yeah, new single's called "Got You." It's out now on all your major streaming platforms. And to me, I wrote this song years ago with three other guys, and it was actually for a solo project, meant for a solo project. And the minute we wrote it, I said, "No, this is a 98-degree song. It's just got a 98-degree sound." And very thankful these guys agreed, and we cut it, and it's the first single off this record. It's really about, I mean, like every relationship goes through tough times, and it's about, as a man, saying to your lady, "Hey, I got you. Don't just give me your hand. I got you. We're gonna get through this. The grass is greener on the other side. We're gonna get through it together." And it's it's to me it's kind of classic 98 degrees. It's what we've been all about: harmonies, strong chorus, just a great pop song. And again, thrilled that we have an opportunity to bring new music to our fans. So again, Got You out on all the streaming platforms right now. Check it out. Hope you like it.
Jeff, tour, you guys getting back together?
Yeah, but I mean, look, we've been back since 2013 and touring pretty strongly intermittently since then. But we're excited about this one because we have some new music. We're re-energized with the ability to create music and get in the studio and get out there and promote that and see our fans. And Canada is on our radar, right? I mean, we haven't been there for years. We're excited to get back there. Like Nick said earlier, we broke there first. A lot of people don't know that. So we have a love in our hearts for the Canadians up there. They gave us an opportunity to do this for a living, and hopefully we'll get back there this year to do a proper tour of Canada and see you guys in person.
Cannot wait. Gentlemen, I want to say thank you for the new music. Thank you for the memories. But more importantly, thank you for representing the best in music. Gentlemen, thank you so much for this interview.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Rudy.
Band players and
Rudy, and my last question to Sam.
Hey, guys. First, big hello to Jeff. It's been a long time, man, since I've seen you the last couple of years.
What's up, man?
How you holding up, my friend?
I'm trying to hold up.
Good. You're looking good.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you.
I'll try my best. Look, I think Tony Monaco and I are probably the only guys in here, maybe.
Love Tony Monaco. There's some other familiar faces out there.
Some familiar faces that we remember, doing the interviews with you guys back in the day. What is your best memory about performing in Toronto or even coming to Toronto back in the day?
I mean, like we said, this was one of the first places where we ever had any type of success. And for you guys that don't know, we used to drive ourselves around in a motorhome, a Winnebago, with our picture plastered down the entire side of it. It was so subtle. It was very subtle.
And a bullhorn, which
yes.
we would yell out the window
yes.
with. And
so we didn't let people have a choice of whether they were going to be our fan or not. We just literally drove up in front of malls and got out and just pretty much said we're going to sing for anybody and everybody. And we were giving out flyers and music and just kind of whatever. We called it our own guerrilla marketing. And this was pretty much the first place that we ever did that. And it worked. And so for us to come back here to places that are very familiar, and we look back and we're like, remember we pulled up in front of that theater? I think there was a people were waiting for a backstreet.
They were
tickets
camping
or something
out.
like that.
They were
Yeah.
camping out for tickets.
And we were like, all right, cool. That's our fan base. And got out, jumped out, started singing, started just trying to make our own mark, and luckily it worked. But we have some fantastic memories.
I mean, it was important for us tonight. I mean, we've been fortunate enough to have it come back and do a bunch of different things and have great tours and whatnot and be affiliated with some good things and have fortunate experiences. But it was very important for us to do well here tonight. We felt a sort of extra pressure to come out and do well and felt like the fan base was great and we were embraced just as usual and even better than usual. So, we're thankful to be here, and we appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And again, lucky to have you asking us these questions at this point. So.